This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. It's life in football. We are life in football.
You are now listening to the Life in Football podcast. Check out the new website, lifeinfootball.com. Once again, the website is lifeinfootball.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to the Life in Football podcast, baby. I'm your host, Mike Feed.
And this your coach, Cole Moore. You know we loving life and enjoying football.
Today is kind of like a life lesson, but it's going to give you a journey as well and some good information on top of that. We have Miss Heather Sabb. She's a realtor, a mom, a businesswoman. She graduated from Florida State. She got a son who was a top-notch high school player by the name of Peter Ward Jr., who now is at FAU as a defensive back. And then she's doing luxury homes and all type of real estate in Atlanta. And see, this is important because everybody has some type of way needed shelter. Whether it's apartment, condo, building a home, moving into a home that's already built. And it's something that me and Simo dealt with as well. Me and him had houses built. I done sold a house. And I just like this so much because this is going to give the players and coaches something to look at for us other than outside of football, and something that everybody has to deal with, whether you play ball or not. But without further ado, I'm going to let Simo bring on.
How you doing, Heather?
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing?
Great. It's a blessing to have you on and get all this information from you, because we definitely want to help the players as well as we want to understand the real estate world as well. So I'm going to jump right into it. I want to know, how did you know that you actually want to do real estate as a career?
Well, being a stay-at-home mom for so many years, once my kids were getting older, I just knew it was time to do something. And my parents always preached to me about, buying real estate, but, sometimes you have to learn the hard way. So once I started, wanting to invest, I was like, I might as well just go ahead and get my license. And so at that point, I jumped in head first and I started selling and buying real estate.
Now, once you got into it, were you nervous about it, or did it just flow because your personality matched well with everybody out when you started selling the properties?
Well, I was nervous, and I'm a very shy person, so I had to come out my shell and, learn how to talk to people. But actually, I started working up under someone so I could learn the ropes. So I did that for like 2 years. I was kind of like, we worked together. So he taught me. His name was Andrew Dooley. He taught me a lot, and then I just, started doing everything on my own.
Now, we want to know, like, the backstory, like, far as just you growing up and how it was with your parents and, pretty much basically how you end up becoming the person that you are today.
The backstory. I mean, I can't act like I grew up in the hood or anything. I had a great childhood. And growing up in a small town, it was just great. And then I went off to Florida State and went to college and, met my kid's father and had kids and went from there. My dad's a funeral home director, and my mom was a teacher. And so they always instilled in me, work hard and invest.
See, so you pretty much started out as a young age understanding and knowing the importance of a business. With your dad running his business, And also now you kind of stepping into the realm of running your company and real estate as well. Because basically a real estate agent, you actually are, your own entity as far as business wise. And, pretty much how did that help you for as kind of seeing stuff from your mom and dad for as, doing business and to pretty much what you are doing today?
Well, at first I didn't get it. I thought it was cute to be out here buying Gucci, Chanel. I can honestly say I didn't buy real estate until I was in my 40s. So I didn't get it at first. It went in one ear and out the other. But then once I realized it, I was like, oh, this is what they've been trying to tell me all my life. So I really appreciate the foundation because then I could call and get advice from them. But I didn't get it at a young age. I didn't. And I try to instill in my kids. I hope they get it, but I didn't. But yeah, it is like I run my own business. If I don't work, I don't eat. Point blank, period.
Now, with that being said, and you have to go out there and create the flow every month, every week, every year. What's your mindset on that? Like, how determined are you to go out and make it happen every day? Like, what type of focus does a person need to have if they get into real estate?
Oh, you have to be focused. I work almost like round the clock. I like to travel with my kids during the summer, so I kind of take the summer months off. But during the school year, I work like round the clock. Like, it's no time for playtime. And I thank God I have a lot of referrals. My clients refer me a lot, so I really don't have to advertise. But I work around the clock. It takes focus. Some days I can't go out and hang because I got to be in here writing contracts or, showing property. But I'm cool with that because, it's a reward at the end.
So you getting blessed all the way through, owning your own business, being able to travel with your kids. Now, we love football, which we like football, so you already know that we love it in and through, out, all the way around. How do you feel having your son at FAU and getting ready to have his opportunity to start his career? Because he just got down there in January, right?
He did. And oh my gosh, I was so sad to drop my baby off, but it's such a blessing that he's there. He loves it, and I won't miss a game, period. I'll be there.
Now, I heard you talking about you have to write up the contracts. Now, let me get a little personal with you on my next two questions. Now, we had a house we just had built, and we didn't sold a house before as well. And we worked with a realtor the first time, and the second time, it was like a company that the person is a realtor and the other half is like a family. They do real estate agent and they build homes as well. So we had a lot of complications with this contract and we really didn't get it situated until closing. So if you're a young player out here, one day you're gonna buy a house, right? So when you're growing up, you're looking at different things and you're trying to figure it out. So when it comes down to buying a house, they got what's called a closing. I know all y'all players have heard about this, but you might not really understand it because I didn't care about it at all. Didn't even know about it really until I got older. So that's when, the checks get cut. That's when everybody clapping. They trying to give you the champagne bottle, take the picture. Man, but I'm in my closing it with this house and I'm mad because we do the walkthrough a few days before and I noticed that we don't have, and mind you again, I said we had this house built. We didn't have towel racks up in the bathrooms. We also didn't have what you call the thing? The drains that on top of your house. What you call that?
Shutters?
Not shutters. Gutters.
Gutters. I'm sorry. Gutters.
We had a house built. We don't even have no gutter, and so it's like, and I'm looking. I'm like, well, where is this? Where is that? Where's the lights by the garage? We don't have lights by the garage, and it's like, I'm thinking like this stuff. I'm thinking it's supposed to be automatic, and they said no. So I'm looking again. We look through the contract, and they got different stuff checked off, and but it's nowhere. There's no place on it for tower racks or certain things like that. So I'm frustrated. They didn't update on me a extra 5,000. Talking about they had more expenses they had to pay. So that's why I was so frustrated, because a lot of that was kind of unannounced and just presented at a certain time. So how is it with you dealing with your clients with different things? Because with us, it almost it wasn't nice in a way, like it wasn't like we were negotiating, like almost like we was busting in an argument. So how do you handle those type things when you're trying to please your client? Because hey y'all, we dealing with a top-notch real estate agent now. She ain't no low level. She deal with luxury people too now, anywhere from 500,000, 200,000, all the way up to $2-3 million houses. So give me your insight on that and how you deal with for differences with your clients.
Well, I can honestly say that I haven't had a situation like that. Well, my clients aren't happy at the closing table. But how would I deal with it? I would think all of that should be, resolved before we get to the closing table, or we don't make it to the closing table.
So
until it's resolved.
So you said just make sure everything's clear and up front.
Yeah, because you're signing at the closing table, so we don't have to resolve all those issues before we just have to push closing back or something.
All right, players. Now y'all need to lock in on this. Now there's some very vital information. I want to know from you, what are some of the details that can help people find realtors? And like, just say we don't know nothing about real estate and they trying to find a home for their families. What are some of the ways they can go about looking for a realtor? Now in the Atlanta area or anywhere in Georgia, y'all look for Heather Sabb. Hand down, that's what y'all look for. But other than that, y'all go ahead and, try to find somebody decent to help you sell the home. So what would you say that could help out to find a real estate agent?
Well, if I was looking for a real estate agent, I probably would ask my family and friends because, referrals are everything, and referrals are everything. And, if I would see if they use them and how was their experience with them. You could always Google like Zillow, numbers don't lie. So Zillow, sometimes you can see past sales and, you can see if people really selling real estate. But, you have a lot of these Instagram real estate agents that just want to be on Instagram all day. I'm horrible on Instagram. I don't post, so people might think I don't sell, but only thing you gotta do is Google. Like Google, you can learn anything these days. But I would probably do word of mouth, referrals, just to see, how was someone else's experience with a real estate agent.
Now, see, that was perfect what you just said, because that's actually the best push over any business. It's something just pretty much that's called, word of mouth, or like you passing it along. And that's great for any type business. Like I'm saying, like you can hear somebody say, "Oh, I heard the Life in Football podcast was pretty good," and that's something that I didn't do. And I know Seymour didn't do it. Seymour, y'all didn't do that as well, right?
What that?
Like for just hearing about it, really, y'all just kind of doing it on your own, like without really talking to anybody.
We rode into a neighborhood and no, my wife did get one. First time we did get a realtor. We couldn't pick a home because she kept trying to pick homes that the areas I didn't like. She was I wanted to stay close to where I was born at in a sense. And she was trying to stay like 100 miles away, and that didn't make sense to me. So the realtor got mad at us and dropped us like, I don't know what I'm done with y'all. So, yeah.
Well, FYI, moving forward, so y'all can know I do sell in Florida too. I'll be down there working a lot.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
All over Florida?
All over Florida. Yeah, I just had a closing actually in Eagle Lake. So yeah, I'll be down there working.
Oh, that's right around the corner. Okay, so perfect. So we go. You know what? Okay, the next time somebody asks me, I'm giving them your name because I believe recently somebody asked me about homes. I was like, I ain't looking for no home, so I don't know nothing about it. But I know you in Florida now, so it's on.
I'm just, yeah, I get there and, you know, find the house and the transaction is smooth. I just sold a couple houses in Tampa too.
Oh man,
Oh,
so you
perfect
down there with
then.
the Super Bowl finna be. So
Mhm.
you actually real big time, Heather. I'm talking about like you ain't come on now, you gotta let us know.
You know, because like relationships
Yeah.
matter. Like, you know, these NFL players, they don't like people in their business. You know, that's why I don't post a lot. So, you know, if they want to buy a house, they hit me up and I go make it happen.
Nah, see
So
what you
hold
just
on, you
go ahead,
top
go ahead,
notch.
Simone.
So you extra top notch. So you getting big time players buying homes through you as well as us normal folks.
I don't discriminate. I sell all price points. Like my client, my NFL client, which I'll leave anonymous. Yeah, he bought a house for his mom and then he bought a house for himself a month later in
Mm,
Florida.
you rolling.
Now, Heather, I love all this, man, cause really, you the type of person with your background and the information that you have. I love it because it's something that you mentioned earlier when you was talking about, man, it's a lot of Instagram realtors and such. Hey, hold on before we go any further. We ain't hating on y'all. We just saying this the way certain people roll and the way certain people like it.
Yeah.
So I don't want no comment, no negative stuff. We all about positivity.
Oh
And
no, you
that is
know
true.
everybody has their own niche. This is not
Right.
mine. I just don't have
Right.
time to
But
be on
no,
Instagram
no,
all
I,
day.
I, I like that. I like that because I noticed some people, and I thought this the other day, I kid you not. And I ain't gonna say the young lady name, but she actually a realtor in Atlanta. And every time I look around, she twisting and walking up the stairs to the place, and I always wonder, like, I wonder do these people be want folks to be showing their house like that in these videos, even though it's nobody in the home at the time, but I know somebody finna
Hmm.
purchase because she'll say sale pending or this and that.
Hmm.
Like, and I always wonder, like, would I want that? Like especially if I'm a top client like you talking about, and I already know me and Simo, we kind of like homebodies, but we're not all across social media for us with personal information.
Hmm.
So and I'm pretty sure players and top notch celebrities or even just your regular everyday to day celebrity want like that information. So I do like that you do that.
Oh yeah, I'm a very private person. I don't tell nobody my business, and I definitely wouldn't tell my client's business.
So Heather, give us how it is being a mom and especially in today's world with the COVID and how it is being a businesswoman with at the same time being a mom.
Oh, being a mom and a businesswoman, like it's a family business. People don't see my son. I mean, he's gone, of course, now. Have to be out putting out signs, open house signs, for sale signs. People don't see that. People don't see when me and my kids, maybe my list is not quite clean. We got to go clean up real quick. It's a family hustle. Like they know if I need them, they are there. Like my kids know. So it's great, and it teaches them, definition of hard work, and you gotta work to eat these days. Like it's no hand me out. So it's a family hustle.
Right, and that's a great example for them to see that
Like
too.
for example, my kids, like if my tenant, don't pay rent or something, they have to go get it. Like they are a part of my everyday life.
See, you got a lot going on where your kids actually they may not see it now, but one day they're gonna actually appreciate like the fact of the hustle from the mom and all the work that you putting in daily with them. And I just love the fact that everything you're doing 100%, and you putting forth a great effort. And my last question is gonna be, um, it's not really a question, but I'm gonna open up the floor to you to provide information or the ways that people can contact you about real estate or trying to get anything for information for as real estate and the best ways they can contact you.
Oh well, I could be contacted. Of course, you can hit me on Instagram. It's Heather Says Atlanta. Or you can email me hsab@kw.com, hsab@kw.com, and we can exchange information from there.
All right, y'all. There's a big time real estate agent, and she's a mom who doing great things out here. Florida State alumni representing,
Go
and
Nose.
right, and she handling business. And that's Miss Heather Sabb. That's SABB. And if you want any further information, all you got to do really just type her name in Google. It's going to pop up.
Yep.
Heather Sabb, Atlanta. It's going to pop up. And y'all heard her say she's selling homes in Florida. And now that I know she do that, I should have made contact with her because I'm in Tallahassee. And I should have made contact with her before this. I probably wouldn't have had all the issues I had. But, it ended up turning out good. So I just want to send a shout out to all the real estate agents out there for hustling and providing that service that they provide, because it's something that's needed. And sometimes I think it get kind of swept up under the rug because they do a marvelous job. It's a lot of hustle. It's a lot of moving parts. And I just want to say thank you again, Miss Sabb, for coming on. And I'm going to leave y'all how I always leave y'all. Keep your head up and not down, or else you'll fall to the ground. This is Life in Football Podcast. Catch you next time.
You are now listening to the Life in Football podcast. Check out the new website, lifeinfootball.com. Once again, the website is lifeinfootball.com. Thanks for listening.
Press play.
This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. It's life in football. We are life in football.